Welcome back. Well, a South African superhero who prefers fighting inequality rather than villains is creating a storm. That's as Cape Town hosts the continent's largest pop culture, fantasy and gaming festival.
Cape Town, or rather Captain South Africa. That is a star of Comic-Con Cape Town, a far cry from her US counterpart. So unlike Captain America, the superheroine would tackle the country's housing crisis rather than villains. The black injustice warrior, who sports a bandana in the colors of the South African flag, is the brainchild of Bill Masuku. He's a comic book artist who divides his time between his native Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Well, I think it's definitely long overdue. We have had such a big community here that has gone unnoticed for years. And then when Comic-Con first came to Joburg, I think that was like the first kind of like realization of just the extent of the community here.
They are the window into South Africa as it is, the culture in there. Having characters is like having a mascot that speaks of where he comes from, he or she comes from. So I feel it's important because they're in addition to a bigger world.
He is a political superhero, non-violent. One of the most difficult things to write because superheroism by nature is a violent genre. But within this, I was inspired by the people I went to university with, by these protests and movements that asked for political change that didn't incite violence, right? And by the women that I was inspired by, I had to tell their story in a way that I knew how, and it was through comic books.